In this video, I'm going to tell you the reasons why having no friends is a real life superpower. There was a point in my life, up until very recently, that I had no friends. And while that situation has changed a bit due to meeting new people that are on a similar path as me, we'll get into that in a bit, but in this video, I want to share with you why having no friends changed everything for me. So towards the end of high school, leading into college, I had next to no friends. I didn't talk to many people at all. I had zero confidence, was socially awkward, and had ever-growing anxiety. I would often try to avoid conversations with people completely. I also realised at this time, doing this would put me in a situation where no one would talk to me either, and in some ways I was more comfortable with that than I was actually being involved with people and their conversations. Every day was the same, and I slowly felt more and more disconnected, not just from the people around me, but from who I really was as a person. Now, I'm sure a lot of people struggle at this point and worry about how to come back from this. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can, and in this video, I'll share how I went from being an insecure child with no confidence to where I am now, on my own clear path with more confidence than I've ever had. Let's get into this. From a very young age, I was always into the arts, whether it was music or just making random things. During the times that I felt my lowest, the creative arts was one thing that I turned to. It was one thing that I could rely on to make me feel somewhat normal. It was something that gave me confidence when nothing else would. From 2010 all the way up to 2020, yes, 10 years. I dedicate my life to mastering anything creative, from web design and 3D rendering to photo and video editing. Without even properly realizing it at the time, I was building up the skills that would later get me to where I am today. Now, this is important because as I had no friends, no one to really talk to apart from family, I was able to dedicate close to 80% of my free time to myself and doing the things that made me happy and would get me to where I wanted to be in life. For me, it was my photography. For you, it may be going to the gym or pursuing other sports. If you're someone that had a lot of friends in the past, you might be familiar with some of these situations. Maybe your phone is constantly pinging off WhatsApp messages. You may have the pressure to constantly meet up with people, or you may have no time for yourself. And then there are the fake friends. This is something we'll get onto in a second. While these might not be the case for everybody, having more friends naturally means you need to spread your time out equally, resulting in less time for yourself. Basically, what I'm saying is if you're someone that is struggling with having no friends, then congratulations, because you have unlimited potential and are free from distractions. The game is not over for you, not by a long shot. In fact, it's just begun. Give yourself a chance at the life you deserve, because you can turn having no friends from being a disadvantage into an advantage, and you are able to start living the life the way you want and not the way others believe you should. Earlier I mentioned the fake friends situation, and while this certainly isn't the case for everybody, as not everyone will experience this, I personally did. Before things started to fall apart in my later years of high school, these people will often try to drag you down and downplay or make fun of your success. And it was one reason that led me to separating myself from others in the first place. This is a golden opportunity for you. Yes, you may desire to have a solid friend group, and I do agree that that is important. But I also agree that it is important to find the right friends, which brings me on to my last point. When you have a clear path that you're on, for me, it was this creative journey that eventually led to where I am now with photography and YouTube. When you're on this path, whatever it may be, you will eventually meet people that are on a similar path as you. For me, I met these people out practicing photography. Not only will these people potentially have similar interests and ambitions, but they also may have a similar situation as you. After taking advantage of this opportunity, I went from having no friends, no confidence, a job that I didn't care about, and feeling like I had no hope. But after giving myself a chance, dedicating that free time and energy to learning new skills and leveling myself up to become a better and stronger person, I was able to put myself into a position that I felt like I was able to start pursuing photography, the confidence to start YouTube and share my life, not to mention travel to the other side of the world. Give yourself the permission to go after what you really want, because who's going to stop you now? Really? With that said, I hope you've all enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification to be notified whenever I do upload another video. As always, I'll see you next week for the next one.